Alright, hi everyone, welcome to tonight's stream. I hope everybody's doing okay. I'm feeling alright myself. And last week we did NES Remix on my overclocked Wii U, we'll just say. And I ran into some technical difficulties trying to play that game. The VOD for it is on my YouTube channel if you wanted to watch that, but I figure it would be better if I just played this version instead, for a number of reasons. Ultimate NES Remix. Basically, this is NES Remix 1 and NES Remix 2 mashed together. So it's got everything in both games in one game. So we're just going to play this version instead. I've got it on my 3DS here, and we're just going to get started. So yeah, I'll be replaying a lot of the challenges we saw the last time, but I think the order of games that you unlock will be different from that one. I think we'll be seeing some games from NES Remix 2 unlocking tonight, so we'll do that. While playing NES Remix, you can connect the internet and view rankings and clear times. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Nope, I'm good, thanks. Right, so let me adjust the volume so it actually sounds like, you know, Audible. Audible.com. Hashtag not sponsored. Just going to turn the volume up a tiny bit. Right, here we go, I think that's a bit better. Right, so how does that sound? That sound fine? So we got Speed Mario Brothers. I don't know what that is. I guess we can check that out at some point. I'm just going to play the main game for now. So let's get started. Right, so it does start off the same way. Remix 1, the Mario stage, we have to like kill 15 enemies with the Starman, so we'll just do that. I can tell the audio's a little bit crushed on the 3DS version though. But the game pretty much is intact and there's no issues with it as far as I can tell. Also, why am I getting that one up? There's no reason to get a one up. Sorry, I still have that mindset of like Mario 35 where it's like, get the one up for the extra 20 coins. There's no reason to do that here. I miss Mario 35. I know it's only been a couple of days, but I miss Mario 35 now that it's gone. I didn't get 3 stars, but I can always come back to that if I want. Right, you can now play 5 different games. So, NES Remix, basically think WarioWare, except every single challenge revolves around an NES game. And it puts you in like various situations and you have to do them in a certain time limit. So that's basically what NES Remix is. It's a really fun concept and I wish Nintendo would do more with it. They've only ever made 2 of these games, 3 if you count the 3DS version, but the 3DS version is basically the first 2 games put together. Alright, so we got a bunch of Excite Bike. Oh, I see Dr. Mario there. I think that's an NES Remix 2 game. Oh, there's Kirby. That's an NES Remix 2 game as well. Right, so we get some NES Remix 2 stuff right off the bat. I was expecting Kirby to show up much later, to be honest, but no, that you get that at the start. Right, so we'll just do some of the Donkey Kong. We'll just go through these in order. We'll just do some Donkey Kong, then Excite Bike, and then just go in that order. Right, so you'll be seeing, if you watched me play the Wii U version last week, you'll be seeing some repeating challenges, but you'll also see some new stuff tonight. Am I supposed to... Sorry, what was the challenge? Jump over 3 barrels? Professional gamer. Sorry, I thought I had to get to the top there. I wasn't paying attention to the text, but now I am. 1, 2... Oi, oi! Wow, look at me being an amazing gamer. MLG over here. There we go. Alright, next challenge. Break 2 barrels with the hammer. Hammer! Challenge number 3. Get to the goal. Again, you can tell the audio's a little bit crushed on the 3DS. Like, it doesn't sound as, like... Doesn't have the same... Fuck, what's the term? It doesn't have the same... Fuck, I don't know what the term is. Basically, the quality sounds a little bit lesser on the 3DS when it comes to the NES emulation, but I don't know, it sounds fine, I guess. Then again, a lot of 3DS games have their audio a bit crushed. But yeah, there we go, that's that one done. Despite me dying twice, I still got 3 rainbow stars, so that's good. See, the ranking system is like you get 1 star, then 2 stars, then 3 stars, and then there's one above that. That's like 3 rainbow stars. That's basically S rank. Right, let's do the next Donkey Kong one. So I'm not sure if anybody's heard, I only learned about this at the end of my last stream that I did like 2 days ago, but there's been this big controversy going on with Vinesauce. I'm choosing not to talk about it during this game. I'm going to talk about it during Battle Network because there'll be more downtime in which to discuss that. But it's a bit of a shit show, and I really want to like talk about it, but I'm just going to hold my tongue for now, and we will talk about that later. I know I said this during my Wii U NES Remix playthrough earlier, like a few days ago, but I really need to play that Game Boy Donkey Kong game. I need to show you guys that, because that's like a really good game. Well, I didn't get rainbow stars, but I still got 3 stars, so that's good. Also, I see they removed the... See, there was 2 things you could earn. You could earn stars, and you could also earn... I forgot what the other thing was. It was like a thing that you could use to unlock stamps or something, but yeah, obviously there's no Miiverse stamps in this version of the game, so they just like removed that entirely. Hold A to accelerate and get to the finish line. So like I said, I've never really played Excite Bike growing up. Like, I know how to play it, I just haven't really played it, I guess. Get to the finish line, watch out for the muds. George of the jungle, watch out for that mud. There we go. Managed to knock that guy off. There we go. Easy. Oh hey, look at the timer. I ended with 69 seconds. Stage 2 on Remix 1 unlocked. Right, okay, so we've done that. We'll do a couple Excite Bike and then we'll move on to the next one. But yeah, you're gonna see a bunch of like NES games that have got like that early NES stank on them, like the ones from like the very early days of the NES and Famicom. But you will also see some of the later games that were introduced in NES Remix 2. Oh shite. Ah, shite. Am I supposed to wheelie over these? Because I'm not really sure. Yeah, you're supposed to wheelie over them. See, I thought you had to like stop wheeling so you don't topple over. It's the opposite. Use wheelies to get to the finish line without crashing. Okay. So when you're holding back, you have to like alternate between holding back and not holding back. Because if you hold back for too long, then you topple over. Shite. Yes, I'm gonna suck at this if you couldn't tell. But don't worry, there'll be plenty of NES games where I guess I will excel at, but this is not one of them. I didn't grow up with Excite Bike. I played... There was like another... What was it? Like, they brought back the Excite... what's the word I'm looking for? They brought back the Excite franchise... Like, there was an N64 Excite Bike game, I never played that one, but there was, like, a game on the Wii U. Or was it the Wii? It was the Wii, sorry. Excite Trucks. That game was fun. Like, because that was, like, a launch Wii game, and I bought that game, and I really enjoyed it. I would like to see them do more with that. Like, they made a sequel to that one called Excitebots, I think. Where you control, like, robotic animals or something. It was kind of bizarre, but it was also kind of cool. But yeah, Excite Truck, I would like to see that come back in some form, or just like them taking that idea and like making a new game out of it. Right, okay, so we'll do some Super Mario Brothers this time. Right, here we go. Get to the goal pole. Again, sorry for the bit crushed, like, audio. That's the 3DS, that's not really my setup. You can tell it's not my setup because when I finish the challenge, the music sounds much better again. Like, the actual game music from NES Remix. Like, this music here, you can tell this has got, like, more depth to it. There we go, 3 rainbow stars. So basically, once you get a set number of stars, you unlock new NES games to play. So that's how this works. You earn NES games through getting the stars. I don't know if there's a difference between... Like, I'm not really sure if there's a difference between getting 3 stars and 3 rainbow stars other than for bragging rights, because I don't think that actually gives you an extra star. See, I love shit like this, where it kind of has a WarioWare feel to it, where it's just like rapid-fire scenarios. There we go. Excite Bike track on Mario Kart 8. Yeah, that's right, Mario Kart 8 had an Excite Bike track. I think that was like a DLC track, originally. Okay, so here's one we haven't seen yet, since this one came from NES Remix 2. Line up 4 of the same colour to eliminate the virus, so... Dr. Mario was a puzzle game that I had on the Game Boy growing up, and I kinda like it. It's not amazing, but it's something that I think I prefer over Tetris because I suck at Tetris. Got that just in time. Right now for reds. There we go. Oh shit, there's a blue one as well. I didn't notice that. Fuck. Sorry, I thought it was just the red one because the game showed me like a circle on the red virus. Alright. And then finally this. There we go. I think that's got to be 3 rainbow stars. Nope, just 3 regulars, but that's okay. How many Dr. Marios are there? Just 6? Right, we'll do more of that later then. We'll space that one out a bit. Kirby's Adventure. So this is like a very late NES game. This came out like, I think like a year before the SNES came out, so this was like very late in the console's life. So we've got 13 of these stages. We'll start with this one. Inhale with B and then copy the ability with down. Use a copy ability to defeat 3 enemies. Alright. But yeah, Kirby's Adventure is like a really good game. Fun fact, there's a level in Kirby's Adventure where you can basically crash the entire game if you do a certain thing on it. I forgot the exact details, but basically I think you like use the stone ability in a certain like room, and if you like leave the stone ability, the entire game crashes, like the graphics go all fucked up and then the game just freezes. I think it's like when you get to the mini boss room and like one of the later levels in the game, you do that and then the game just like gets fucked up. It's kind of funny. I'll have to see if I can find that so I can show you into the door that lies ahead. So you can double tap the direction to run. We've still got that NES slowdown though. Could have probably done that faster, but whatever. 16.9 seconds. Oh, I still got rainbow stars, nice. Right, let's do some remixes now. So Remix 1 and Remix 2. Eliminate the moving virus. Oh, right, I need to... Oh! Nah, we're restarting that. Alright. You want to see a big brain move here? Yeah, check this out. There we go. Combo. So yeah, in the original game, the viruses don't actually move around. That's something that only the remix version does. Right, so get to the goal. Is this Donkey Kong? Yep. So yeah, with this one you've got limited visibility, so you need to be careful. There we go, we're good. That's got to be rainbow stars. I went up there fairly quickly. I only took brief moments to pause just to see what was coming up. Nope, not a rainbow, but I'll take it. Oh hey, Mario 3 already? That was quick. We haven't even seen Mario 2 yet, and already the game gives me Mario 3. And yes, Mario 2 is in this as well. 16 stages for Mario 3. Alright then, let's do a few of those. So yeah, I would say, even though I think Super Mario World is the better of, like, there's always this debate which is better, Mario 3 or Mario Worlds. I am in the camp of thinking that Mario World is the better of the two games. However, I will say that Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best NES game in the entire library. Like, it's that good. Alright. Time to fly. Press A rapidly, this fall down and collect 10 coins. Oh yeah, this is one of the later levels. World 5. There we go. Still got 3 stars though, that's pretty good. Defeat 3 Goombas before the time runs out. Boink! Boink! Oh, boink! Boink. There we go. I'm not the best at, like, doing that shit. Defeat 3 Goombas. Whee! I love that mechanic where if you slide down for long enough, you can basically just, like, take off when you jump. Not really take off, but you can see Mario's, like, arms stretched out when he, like, jumps, like, because he's got maximum speeds. Nice. So they're getting some of the really good NES games out early. But we've still got like a bunch of stank NES games. I wonder if any of the NES games from NES Remix 1 are being removed for this game. Because again, there's a lot of like really, really old, like stanky NES games that I don't think a lot of people have fond memories of. Like Urban Champion, for example. Like that one is not, let's just say that one is not like fondly remembered for a reason. Haven't got any more remixes yet, so we'll go back to Donkey Kong for a bit. Do a couple more of these. Jump over 2 barrels at once. Oh shite. Got debated there. Jump over 3 barrels at once. Alright, whatever you say again. Because I'm sure that will happen in, like, the actual game. 4.7 seconds. Alright, now I just need to get the rest of the points by jumping over the barrels. Or I could grab that other hammer, that works too. Oh! Not quite. I wish that fire would come up here so I can destroy that as well. There we go. Oh no! Aw, you dick. There we go. That may have been the difference between rainbow stars and just regular 3 stars. Yep, that probably was the difference. Oh well. Right, so I need to land the bike on the level once I jump off the ramp. But yeah, Excite Truck and Excite Bots had a similar mechanic where it was like that entire game you played with the Wii remote, like tilted sideways, you had to like use motion controls to do that shit. But it actually worked pretty decently for what it was trying to do. It wasn't like terrible. If anything, it was actually a fairly competent game that like used motion controls. If I ever figure out a way to like stream that game, I will stream that in the future, because that's like a game that I haven't played since it first came out, and that was like 2006. And I think the sequel came out in 2008 or 9, like a few years later. Right, use the turbo button. It doesn't look like it, but I am using the turbo button right now. Donkey Kong Jr. So this was one we saw the last time we played NES Remix. This was in the first game. 7 stages. So yeah, Donkey Kong, the arcade game, was one of those things where the first game was like stupidly popular because it was such a really cool, like... It was like a really well thought out like idea and concept, And then once the time came to make a sequel, they made this game. And I'm not going to say Donkey Kong Jr. is a bad game, but it definitely isn't as memorable as Donkey Kong, even though it's got like a little bit more going on than the predecessor. I think the other one like struck the balance between... It struck the balance between... Sorry, I had to like think about that word I said there for a second, because I think I said the wrong words. But yeah, it struck the balance between like innovative and like simplicity. Like I think this one was maybe a little bit... I mean, it's not like much to its detriment, but this one's a little bit more complex compared to the original Donkey Kong. And then Donkey Kong 3, nobody even cares about that one. That one's not very good. I don't know if Donkey Kong 3 is an NES remix, to be honest. Oof. I like how it just dismounted from the rope there. Ah, shite. There we go. So yeah, the thing that I find funny about Donkey Kong Jr. is that Mario is the villain, technically speaking. I mean, it's not even Mario, it's Jumpman, but you get the idea. Whether you look at him as Mario or Jumpman or whatever, it's still him being the villain and not the protagonist. Like, he's got Donkey Kong, like, encapsulated, captured or whatever. In captivity, that's the word I'm looking for. And it's up to you as Donkey Kong Jr. to set him free. But yeah, I always found that idea funny, where it's just like role reversal, where Mario is the villain and not like, you know, Donkey Kong or Bowser or whatever. Like, you would never see a Nintendo game made nowadays where Mario is the villain. That would never happen. It only happened back then because Super Mario Bros. Hadn't come out yet, and that became a worldwide phenomenon once that game did release. Shit, I'm doing it too early. Maybe I should go for the tomato instead. Nope. There we go. Don't know why I struggled with that one so much, but I got it eventually. Alright, back to Super Mario Bros. For a little bit. Defeat the Goomba before time runs out. Oh shit. But yeah, I can't believe we live in a world now where Mario 35 doesn't exist and Mario is dead, I guess. You know what's funny about that whole Mario is dying on March 31st/April 1st? Like, there was actually a news outlet that actually thought that was literally a thing where Mario was literally going to die. Like, I think it was CNN that reported it, where they were like, oh, Mario's going to die on March 31st. And it's like, no, we're just making a meme. The fucking boomer media. Defeat 7 enemies. Alright. Ah. Probably not going to get them all now because of that. Yep, that's what I thought. Gotta jump for that first one. There we go. And then 8-1. I always enjoy going through 8-1 with, like, the Starman. Easy Rainbow Stars there. We'll do some more remixes shortly. I'm just going to do a few more other levels, and then we'll go back and do that. I think I saw a Mario 3 remix there. Let's do Dr. Mario. Slip a capsule into the gap to eliminate the virus. Ah, shite. I underestimated how quickly that drops when you hold down. Oh god. There we go. Yeah, that one was a little bit tricky there, but I got it. Got Rainbow Stars still. Let's do some more Kirby and then we'll do some remixes. Use Free's ability to knock 5 enemies. Enter the door. Ah, shite. Okay, so I only have like 1 HP for this segment. But yeah, I believe this level's called Butter Building. Oh! I forgot where all the Gordos appear in this room, so I'm gonna make mistakes. Okay, why... That one was in different positions, or it was moving in different directions, depending on which way I was going up there. Oof. Yeah, that second Gordo has been getting me every single time. You see what I mean? I go to that side and it's over there. But that's weird. I'm gonna try slowing down a little bit. Right, there we go. See, I'm trying to go faster so I can, you know, get the 3 stars, but that's probably not gonna happen. Get the 1 up. Did I miss the 1 up? Oh no, there it is. One star. But hey, look, I got 69 stars, so that works out. Win quick draw. Win quick draw. When the enemy draws the A button, if you press it too soon, you'll get a penalty. Okay. I mean, I didn't need to read that. I know the minigame, but it's funny how they include that. But the description, like the challenge description, could have just told you press the A button when it says fire. Rather than make you waste time just reading that. $14. It's my best one so far. And then finally, is this Meta Knight? Oh no, it's Bonkers. Shite! What was that, 18? Yeah, 18. Too early. There we go, 14. Right, well that ain't gonna be 3 Rainbow Stars, I can tell you that. But I still got 3 stars nonetheless. Oh hey, here's a good one, Punch Out. Yeah, let's do some Punch Out, then we'll go back to remixes. So, unlike the first NES remix, this one's like front-loading some of the much better NES games like pretty early on, so that's pretty good. Of course, that means that some of the back half games will also be some of the, you know, more stanky ones, but I'm glad that we're seeing, like, some good ones right off the bat. Right, so this one's just 7 stages. Fun fact, the very first time I played, like, I grew up with the NES, but I didn't have Punch-Out growing up. I didn't play this game until Animal Crossing on GameCube. Because Animal Crossing on GameCube had, like, a whole bunch of, like... It had a whole bunch of NES games built into it, and you could use, like, an action replay code to, like, unlock them. Oh, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Knock him down. There we go. But yeah, using action replay... Like, there was an old action replay thing you could use on the GameCube that lets you, like, unlock content in GameCube games. And I think the NES games were supposed to be unlockable through the e-reader, but the e-reader didn't exist in Europe, so I couldn't even, like, do that shit. But, so I just used Action Replay to get access to all the NES games that were built into Animal Crossing, and that's how I found out about Punch-Out. And I played it for the very first time, and I was like, oh, that's actually a really cool game, I like that. Let's go back and do some remixes, because I've got a whole bunch of them now. Collect all the coins. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm playing as Kirby? Okay, that's pretty fucking cool, actually. Like, not only have they changed up the gameplay, the level layout, but they've changed entirely who you fucking play as. I like that. Again, it's like a ROM hack at that point. I hope there's more remixes like that. Is this the one with the Cheep Cheeps? Yeah. So this one, Mario automatically runs forward. I have to press the A button to time my jumps. That's basically all I do in this one. So Mario 35 may be gone, but PTSD Cheep Cheep Hill is back with a vengeance. Bap, bap, bap. Thankfully I did that first try. Exactly 25 seconds on the dot. Defeat Wispy Woods. But this is a remix one, so how are they going to do this differently? Oh, what's that? Oh. It's Booze. Booze from Mario 3. See, shit like this is, like, really cool to see. Also, I like how they're using, like, the Boo soundbite, even though these are NES games. Bap! So already Kirby's getting some really good remixes here. Like, we just saw the one with Mario, and then now we're seeing this. Which is also kind of Mario-related. But I do love the idea. Also, I like how my inhale input got completely eaten up there. There we go. That was 2 stars? Okay then. Kind of feels like I should have gotten 3 stars for that, but alright. Let's do one more remix. Get to the goal pole. Back to Super Mario Bros. 1. So what's different this time? Oh yeah, we saw this one on the first game. Like, I only played a couple hours of the first NES remix last week. I didn't play the entire thing. So whatever we saw in the first couple hours of that, we're seeing here. You know what? I'm gonna take the shortcut pipe, so I can, like, get through this for the 3-star thing. Sorry, I still have the mindset of, like, Mario 35, like, trying to maximize my coins and shit. I need to get back into the mindset of speedrunning this. Not that I speedrun it, but, you know, sometimes when I play this game, I like to just go through the quickest paths for fun. Right, that's got to be 3 rainbow stars, I think. Yep, there you go. Yeah, we'll come back to remixes. Let's do some more Donkey Kong. I'm almost done with Donkey Kong now. Collect the items and get 3,000 points. Oh! That's bullshit. I pressed up there, but I wasn't in the exact spot in which to do it. Ah, fuck. But yeah, Donkey Kong on Game Boy, I really should think about streaming that in the near future, especially since it's like Donkey Kong's 40th birthday this year. I think he like turns 40 in July of this year. There we go. There's also another good game on the Game Boy Advance called Mario vs. Donkey Kong that I should maybe think about streaming in the near future, which is kind of like a spiritual successor to the Game Boy Donkey Kong game. And then Mario vs. Donkey Kong becomes its own thing, which I don't really... Am I the only person that doesn't like the direction that Mario vs. Donkey Kong went in after the first game? Because I honestly feel like that game went as far away from what the first game was as possible after that point. Like, it just turned into like a casual puzzle game after that, and I really didn't like that. Jump over 10 barrels. Alright. Oh, shite. Didn't anticipate that other one going down the ladder. We'll be going down the ladder when we come. Oi, oi! You know what's cool about Donkey Kong on Game Boy? Like, on that game, some of Mario's techniques that he learns in Mario 64 actually came from that game first. Like, for example, the triple jump. Like, because that appeared in that game first of all. I hate the RNG with these barrels. Sometimes they just fall down the ladders when you don't want them to. Oh, for fuck's sake, like that. There. Probably not 3 rainbow stars on that one, but I'll take what I can get. Alright, we got Zelda. "17 stages for Zelda, that's quite a few. This one's got 5 stages. There's that classic video game line that everybody knows. Oh. Defeat all of the enemies. I saw this really funny YouTube video a while back, like I think about a month ago, where I think it's called The Legend of Beavis or something, like as in Beavis and Butthead Beavis. And basically the whole idea was they take an episode of the Zelda cartoon and they dub over Link to sound like Beavis. Like, it's fucking funny. And then I think the king is supposed to be Buttheads. But everybody else sounds the same. Like, Zelda sounds the same, Ganon sounds the same. It's just those two they dub over, which is fucking hilarious. You saw that? Yeah, I saw that like a month ago, and I just like fucking like fell over laughing watching it. Like, I didn't literally fall over laughing, but it was really funny to me for some reason. I don't know, just something about like Link with like the Beavis voice, like just saying Beavis lines from the TV show. There was also a really cool little like Easter egg they had in there where very early in the video, there's like a skirmish between Link and like I think like a moblin or something. And you see like a mirror behind Link, and if you look closely, you can see a reflection of Beavis inside that mirror. I quite like that. I need to show that video, actually. I need to show a little bit of it. I'm not going to show the entire thing. It's like 10 minutes long, but I can show you like snippets of it. Oof. Yeah, I can't get hit on this one. There we go. I might get another NES game at 100 stars, possibly. Collect the rupees and buy an item. Oh yeah, somebody told me that there was like a hidden cave somewhere where I could get more money or something. I'm not sure where that is. Okay. Yeah, this one's gonna take a while. I need to get 5 rupees before I can buy that thing. I'm trying to see if there's like any like faster way to make money. Meet the old man at the grave. Yep, that ain't happening. I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna try and find that cave, and then I'm gonna like reset it and like do it with that. So I'm looking for a wall that I can blast. Maybe it's here. See, here's the thing about the first Zelda game. They don't give you like any hints as to where the bombable walls are, so you've just got to guess. There's the sword cave. Nope, this ain't happening. Ah! There it is. Is this the one where I get a bunch of rupees? Let's play money-making game. Right, okay, well I know what it is now, so I'm just gonna reset that and see if I can get 3 rainbow stars. Because that's faster than just like trying to get 5 rupees manually. Ugh. I hope the RNG stays the same so I can get the money here. Alright, well it's not the exact same result, but it's like, it's a profit, that's all it needs. Just anything that's not like losing money. Right, well this has got to be rainbow stars surely, because I did that fairly swiftly. I think that's the only way you can get 3 rainbow stars is by doing that. Yep, there we go, 33.3 seconds. I've exceeded 100 stars. Got a remix. Alright, well I didn't get any NES games, but I got a new remix. Yeah, let's do some remix stuff. Yeah, I've got some more remixes here. So here's a Mario one. Ignore the clones and get to the goal. What clones? Oh, Jesus. Alright. So I'm the one in the middle. Ah, shite. That is a little bit disorienting, though. Because the two on either side just, like, really distract you. I didn't know Mario was a triplet. There we go. Get that star. There we go. I like the remixes because they do definitely like mix things up a bit in a good way. Oh, we haven't even seen this minigame yet. Press A to open Kirby's mouse, or I didn't catch that there, and eat 20 eggs. Should I do this now, or should I wait until I do that on the Kirby thing? Because I think I need... We'll do the Kirby one first, so let's see if I can get that. We'll do a couple more Kirby stages before we do that remix. Defeat 3 enemies using the backdrop ability. So this is one of the coolest looking effects on the NES, like this building in the background that's like rotating as you run past it. Because we're like going round the outside of a circular building there. Get to the exit. Oh, hey there, Cray. And then next, use the wheel ability. That probably cost me. Yeah, that cost me. Yeah, I'm playing this version because my overclocked Wii U didn't give me the best time the last time I played NES Remix. Nice. Did that in style. Yeah, it's basically just 1 and 2 thrown together, but that's a good thing for me. It just makes things easier for streaming this. The only thing that annoys me a little bit about this version of the game is because it's on 3DS, the audio for the NES emulation's a little bit crushed. Otherwise, it's pretty much the same thing. Defeat Mr. Frosty. So yeah, here's one of the mini bosses of this game in the Colosseum modes. So yeah, the Colosseum is a thing that you see in the game. In the hub area, and you basically just go in it if you want to get an ability, like one of the better abilities that you can't normally get. Fuck. And then Bugsy. Oh yeah, he's the one that gives you suplex, isn't he? I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I do have, you know the 3D classics that they did, where they basically repurposed old NES games to have like 3D depth effects and stuff? I've got like the Kirby one on my 3DS, like Kirby's Adventure, 3D classics. Mario Brothers, right, here we go, got that one now. One of the earlier stanky NES games, but it's a classic, in my opinion. Been having a good day today. I just beat properly the hardest of the Mario Golf Challenge in the series earlier. I never played much of the NES Kirby games too much. For some reason, neither of them clicked with me super well. Fair enough. Right, let's do some Mario Brothers then, since we just got that. So again, we'll be seeing some repeat challenges that we saw the last time I did the NES Remix. They locked Bowser Jr. behind the challenge, spent like 3 to 4 days memorizing shit to finally beat it. Like, yeah, that sounds rough. I'm glad that you finally beat it though. Just make use of that POW block because why not? Oof. Too soon. Why do I always mistime that? It's because they fall much slower than the other enemies, so it throws me off. Right, this time I'll wait. There we go. Defeat all the enemies. Shit. Coin! There. Alright, well that's not going to be 3 rainbow stars. It could be 3 regular stars though. Alright, well I got 3 regulars, that's fine. Got some more NES remix stuff over there. Collect all of the coins. Didn't it take me like 10 tries to do this the first time I did it on NES Remix? Apparently the Metroid Prime 2D fan project has a playable demo. Yeah, I heard about that. I was thinking about checking it out, but I think Nintendo's going to DMCA the project anyway. You know what Nintendo's like. Honestly, I don't understand why these like people that make these fan games like, you know, release a demo, because they know Nintendo's going to like DMCA the entire thing. Not DMCA, but like they're going to send a cease and desist letter and tell them, hey, stop making this. You managed to grab it? Or if you can send me a copy of that through DMs later, that would be cool. I could maybe check that out. But yeah, it's whenever somebody makes it public that's like, oh hey, we're doing like this really well made, like fan-made version of a game franchise that's owned by Nintendo, and then not even like a day later, Nintendo will just send them like a cease and desist. I mean, it's happened so many times at this point. The only time that's not happened was... Oh, defeat the ice enemy? I'm a fucking idiot. Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Like, the only time that's not happened was when another Metroid 2 remake came out, and they were able to wait until that fully released to, like, you know, let people know about it. But Nintendo still took it down, but people were able to, like, grab the full game at least. Sorry, I need to pay attention. Like, I thought I had to, like, defeat the crabs that time, but I need to defeat the ices. I think all of them are defeating the ice enemies, so I'm just gonna do that instead. Oof. So I'm trying to, like, get ahead of it, and I'm not doing that. Nope, I can't hit it quick enough. Oh! I'm not happy with that. Again, trying to do it as quickly as possible, and I'm doing anything but. You bastards. Okay, this one's annoying. This isn't even the final one. Like, it plays the crabs in such a way that it's going to be a little bit hard to, like, hit it. Oh! That gets me every time. Right, here we go. This one I've got the power block, so I can just use that instead. There we go. I didn't get rainbow stars, but whatever. Like, the only other fan-made project that I can think of that actually got, like, a full release because they didn't really say much about it until it finally came out was that Pokemon fan game. What was it called again? Pokemon Uranium or something like that? And people were able to, like, download that. Like, I downloaded that. I think I streamed that a couple times, like, way back when it came out. And it's kind of cool. It kind of reminds me of Pokemon Black and White, in a sense. That, like, it kind of looks like Pokemon Black and White, but it's got, like, Pokemon that are, like, uranium type or something. But yeah, predictably, like, Nintendo/Pokemon Company took it down, like, a day or two later. But I think I still have that download on my backup hard drive somewhere. So maybe I can look into that. Did you see the new stuff that Platinum Games has posted? No? What did they post? I'm gonna do another Mario Brothers. Defeat the enemy. At least I know which pipe it's gonna come out of now. It's gonna come out of that one. So that I can line myself up. Alright. And then finally defeat an enemy. Yeah! Goodbye, 3 rainbow stars. Still got 3 stars overall though, so that's good. So, let's see, regarding Platinum, let me check the chat. The first thing is that their April Fool's joke is now a real game. Oh, is that shmup-looking game? I think I heard about that in Newswave last week. The second one is they posted Platinum for bonus game, which looks really good. Looks like a spiritual successor to Okami, but unfortunately it's mobile only. The game's title is World of Demons. I'll have to look into that, I haven't heard about that one. Let's go back to Excitebike for a little bit. We need some more NES stank. But the Okami one sounds good, I'd like to see that. I mean, Okami was made by the guys at Platinum, like, they used to be called Clover before they formed their own, like, studio. So it'd be good to see them doing, like, a spiritual successor to that game. You know what I regret? I regret streaming Okami and not, like, playing that much of it, because I wanted to, like, do a full playthrough of that game. But I only streamed it, like, 2 or 3 times, like, when it first came out on Switch. And I never, like, followed through on that because there was just, like, a lot of other stuff going on at the time. In the future, I'd like to, like, start that again and, like, try doing a full playthrough of it. It's a fairly long game, but it's also a really fun game. I've never played the DS one. Like, it was a DS, like... I don't know if I want to call it a sequel or a prequel or something. I don't even know if I want to, like, go as far as to say, like, it's a true follow-up. But it was, like, a DS game called Okamiden. And I think it's meant to be, like, a prequel kind of thing where you play as, like, a younger Amaterasu. So, yeah, I've never played that one, but I've heard of that. Let's do some Super Mario Brothers now. Yep. Oh, come on. I didn't even touch his back. There we go. You know what I'd love to do, actually? I want to try something here. I'm going to redo that challenge because I want to experiment with something here. Oh, hey, there's Mario 2. Weird how you get Mario 3 first before you get Mario 2. Love Mario 2. Such a fun game. Right, so I want to try something here. So there's a glitch in Mario 2. I don't know if they fixed it in this particular, like, emulation. But apparently, like, in the original version, if you touch the axe and touch the back of Bowser at the same time, something funny happens. I don't know if it works in this particular emulation, but I'm going to try it. I'm not sure if the game will just automatically disqualify me or count it as a victory, but I guess we'll find out. And you need to get Bowser over here first, though, before you can do it. Right, let's try it. I didn't quite line that up right. This will take me a few tries, so bear with me. Yeah, I touched it at the same time. The glitch works, but the game doesn't let you see it. Basically, what happens is the bridge disappears, but Mario still dies, but the game will still let you continue to the next level anyway. Like, you'll see Mario falling off the screen, but then the camera will scroll to where the Toad is, and you'll get the thank you message, and then it just moves on to the next level. You don't actually lose a life during that, but the glitch doesn't let you actually... It doesn't let you do the full glitch in this version of the game, it seems like, which is unfortunate. You've never heard of that glitch? It's like a well-known glitch. I discovered that when I was much younger. Actually, you know what? Give me 1 second, I'm gonna try something, hang on. Bear with me here. I'm just gonna throw this up. I hate to, like, you know, go into a tangent here, but I want to try something on my end, so give me 1 second, or give me like a couple minutes here while I try to find this. Almost done. I'm just trying to get things up and running here on my ends. Right, so here is the Super Mario Bros. Virtual Console version. So I'm just going to quickly run through to 1-4 on this, and I'm just going to show you the glitch. I believe this version has like a save state, so I can just like reload the save state if I mess up. So we're just going to do this real quick, just impulsively, because I feel like it, and then we'll go back to NES Remix for a bit. But yeah, this was a glitch that I discovered way back when I was much younger. Like, I think I was like still less than 10 years old when I discovered this glitch. And I don't know if it was me that discovered it, or if it was like someone else in my family, or if it was like something we read in the magazine or whatever. But apparently it's like a well-known glitch, like people did know about it. It's not as famous as the Minus World glitch. I don't know if the Minus World glitch works in this Virtual Console version. I guess it does. We could test that out as well if you want. See if Nintendo patched that out. Something tells me they didn't patch it out. How do I access the... Right, okay, so that's how you access the virtual thing, the save states. They call it restore points, but let's just call it what it is. It's a save state. Yep, bonus stream. Right, so we'll try this first and then we'll do the Bowser glitch. So everybody knows this glitch, the minus world glitch, right? Yep, that seems to work. So if you do that and then go into the first pipe, there you go, the minus world. They call it minus world because the number, like the number with the world number, is removed, so it just looks like it says -1, so people call it the minus worlds. And basically this water level just repeats infinitely until your time runs out. So you can't actually finish this level, you're just stuck here until you get a game over. Right, let's see, load restore point, yes. Continue, resume. Would have been great if you could somehow access that in Mario 35. That would be a nice Easter egg. If they ever bring Mario 35 back with, like, more features and, like, new stuff, I guess they could always, like, maybe do that. Oh, by the way, I did remember when I played Mario 35 for, like, 5 hours last week, and there was, like, one match where I noticed that somebody by the name of Proton John came in 4th place. Turns out that was, like, the real guy that was playing that, because I went to his Twitch VOD afterward, and I looked for it, and I found it. Not only that, but he spectated the top 3 people afterward, and he saw me win and congratulated me. So, I felt a little bit happy about that. So I'm going to show you 2 glitches, like there's 2 variants of this glitch, but I'm going to show you the one that I was talking about first. So we'll create a restore point here. And then resume game. So I'm going to show you the first variant, which is the one where you don't have the power-up, so you've just got like Baby Mario. Shit. Didn't quite line that. You've got to, like, touch both of them at the same time, basically, and you've got to, like, line it up just right. I think it's, like... I'm not sure if it's pixel perfect, but it's close enough that you might as well say it's pixel perfect. So it might take me a couple tries, but it's not a super hard trick to do. There we go. So, Bowser falls, but also Mario falls, and then this happens. And then it still plays the death music, but you don't actually lose a life. It just, like, takes you on to the next world. Which is funny. Right, now I'm going to show you the other glitch, which is probably the more impressive one, actually. Which is why I'm saving this one for last. So let's restore that point. And then we'll resume. Oh, shite. Didn't mean to run onto that there. Loads. Yes. Just gonna wait for Bowser to get over here. I'll make another restore point next to the axe so that I can, like, do this quicker if I make a mistake. Oh. Come over here, Bowser, please. Love that RNG. In case this doesn't work, I'm just lining it up there so that I can, like, do this multiple times. Right, so check this out. If I'm Fire Flower Mario, right, there we go, the glitch is in effect now. So, I get hit, and I continue onward like nothing has happened. But we're gonna see some weird shit happening in just a minute. So, check this out. So, right now, I'm gonna make a restore point here. Create restore point. Yes. So, it looks like I'm Big Mario right now, which, first of all, that's not supposed to be happening, because in Mario 1, if you're Fire Flower Mario and you get hit, you go down to Small Mario. So you're probably wondering what the fuck is going on. Well, turns out... Oh, wait a minute. Is that supposed to be happening? Ah, there we go. So it turns out the game is fucked up, and now if I grab the mushroom, I become Small Mario. And if I get hit, I become Big Mario. If I get hit again, I die. But that's not the entire glitch. I'm going to show you the next part of the glitch, because this is like a hilarious glitch, this. Right, so I'm going to try and get the fire flower now, and I'm going to show you what happens when you grab the fire flower as Tiny Mario. Right, check this out. We've got Babby Fire Mario, but look what happens when I throw the fireballs. So there isn't, like, a frame in the game that shows, like, Babby Mario throwing fireballs. So they have to, like, use one frame of, like, the Big Mario. And if I get hit as Babby Mario, I'd become Big Little Mario and not Little Big Mario. It's a really fucking weird glitch, and this will happen until you die, basically. Right, so that's the entire glitch. Also, don't mind all those games there. Long story short, this is a 3DS that I got a few years ago that I fitted my capture device into. This is all the shit that I bought over the years of having a 3DS that I transferred to this system. So a lot of the stuff is still unopened. Like, these are my NES games from the... whatchamacallit. I forgot what you call this thing, but it's basically a whole bunch of stuff. Anyway, let's get back to this game. What was that thing where people bought the 3DS early on and they got, you know, all the games and shit, like the NES games, the GBA games and stuff? What was that called again? The Ambassador Program? Like, that's what all that was, plus some other, like, eShop games that I bought back in the day. So yeah, don't mind all those present boxes just lingering there, because once you transfer games over to a new 3DS, you have to, like, reopen them all. Anyway, let's do a little bit more NES Remix, and then we'll do some Mega Man Battle Network after that. Oops, ah shit. I pressed down there, but it didn't register the down press because I did it too soon. Oh. Professional streamer over here, don't mind me. Neutralize the enemy before the time runs out. That's an interesting terminology. Neutralize. Yep. There. Neutralize. So this one I have to bounce on twice, I think. There we go. There we go. Nice. I'm gonna do Punch Out. I'll do some more Punch Out shortly, yeah. On a different note, I started some Spyro 2 recently. Great game, but I'm unfortunately not loving it as much as Spyro 1. I think, like, it's probably just my opinion, but I think Spyro 2 is, like, better than Spyro 1 because you got, like, the swimming function, which was not in the first game. Like, in the first game, all the water just kills you. Not only that, but the swimming controls are, like, better than Mario 64 swimming controls. Like, it's much easier to, like, just go around quickly with the swimming controls in that game. Make a vine grow. Right, well, if I played Mario 35 enough, yep, it's right there. Make a vine grow. Where was it again? Oh, thanks game. Thanks for backseating me. You can tell I don't play 6-2 very often because I don't remember where that one is. I don't like the way the game handles the skill points, especially since you have to replay those fucking terrible Speedway levels. Yeah, the Speedway levels are like... I would say the Speedway levels are like the worst part of all 3 Spyro games. I'm not really a fan of those as a whole. let's do some more Zelda. I think I'll do some Punch-Out after this, and we'll check out Mario 2. Open the door. I never grew up with the original Zelda. Like, my very first Zelda game was Ocarina of Time. And even back then, I sucked at it. I was like 10 years old when that game came out. Get the Triforce without taking damage. There we go. Your first proper Zelda was A Link to the Past, and you had the same experience, basically. I've only ever played A Link to the Past once, and it was on the Wii Virtual Console. That was like the only time I've ever played that game all the way through. Pretty good game. Would I say it's the best game ever made? Not really, but it's a really damn solid game for what it does. Today's challenge stage. Compete against your friends and other players in your region to see who can get the highest online rankings. Well, my 3DS is not even connected, so I can't even like do that. I mean, I can still play the stage. I just won't see the rankings for it. Defeat all the enemies without taking damage. Okay, what's next? Bombs. Bombs? Not quite. Ah! Shite. I'm getting too close to them. I'm trying to like sneak that bomb in there without touching them. I think the Rainbow Star might also be only obtainable if you haven't got a game over, I guess. Like, you need to do it really fast and not get a game over. But of course I just get a 1 star because I took too long anyway. If you continue, you automatically get 1 star. Oh, right, I see. You know what I should do, actually? Hang on, I'm gonna do something real quick. 1 moment, please. I'm gonna show you guys this thing that I was talking about earlier, the Zelda, like, Legend of Beavers thing. I need to see if I can get this up and running. Do I have this up and running? Hang on a second. I'm not sure if I have this window being captured. It's not being captured for some reason. Give me 1 second while I try to figure this out. I don't know why that's not working. So give me another minute here while I try to get that working. For some reason, the Brave window, my Brave browser is not being captured, so I'm going to try and resolve that. Right, here we go. Although for some reason it's not cropped correctly. Right, here we go. So this is something that I found on YouTube about a month ago. Like, it was recommended to me. And I'm going to show you, like, snippets of it, but it's called The Legend of Beavis. And it's basically just, like, some episodes of the Zelda cartoon, but they dub over Link to sound like Beavis, and they dub the king to sound like Butthead. So yeah, I'm just going to show you a couple of moments from this.
Yeah, how's it going? Yeah, nice boobs, honey. Oh, yeah. Hey! Get out of here, damn it! I want to see the chick!
Yep.
I'm, like, busy. Go away.
So remember the part I told you about the Easter egg that's coming up?
No!
Look at the mirror when Link has like got his back to it. Smack.
Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, you see that right there?
Okay. I'll just put this here.
I'm gonna skip ahead a bit so we can see the king. Like the king is around here.
Excuse me, dick.
Yeah, I can't take that fight seriously either, MSP.
You might die.
I'm probably gonna make out with her first before we, you know, get down.
You dumbass, it won't work that way. Don't you know anything about making love? This ought to do the trick.
Oh, yeah.
Beavis, you're about to be injured. He's fallen and he can't get it up.
Oh yeah, just these fucking lines. I love Beavis and Butthead, if you can't tell. Let's see. Here's one of the later bits. It's like 10 minutes long. I'm not going to play the entire thing, but I'll just show you like skips. I'm just going to show you moments of it. I can't think of the words.
A bomb went off, dumbass.
You have only a few moments left.
Okay.
So Zelda and Ganon are still sound the same. It's just Link and the King that are different.
Yeah, this sucks. What's taking you so damn long? Let's get out of here. Where's Beavis?
What are these things? Thanks, I needed that. Hey, get out of the way. Shut up, asswipe!
You know, I've never actually watched the Zelda cartoon outside of like the little previews that you see in the Super Show.
Yeah.
Alright, well he's dead. One more little thing I want to show you. This part here.
You're pretty cool, hero.
I feel pretty good right about now.
I suppose you do deserve some reward. So for you, a kiss.
Yeah.
Hey, you know, whatever you're into.
Oh, wait, hey, cut it out! I want her to do it.
Settle down, Beavis.
That fucking zoom in on this face. We need to hang on. Let me turn the speed down, see what that's like. We'll do it at half speed. Quarter speed. Right, okay, that's enough of that. Right, let's go back to NES Remix. I just wanted to show you guys that. It's called The Legend of Beavis. It's on YouTube. Let's do one more Zelda. Find the hidden entrance and go in. Alright. Find the hidden entrance and go in. You bastard. I'm pretty sure I bombed that spot, but okay. find the hidden entrance and go in. I'm not very good at this, if you can't tell. Oh. It's a secret to everybody. I've got a whole bunch of remix stages now, so I think I'll check out some of those. Yeah, let's do some remixes. No, that's Kirby, sorry. Remix, there it is. I'm going to skip that one with the egg, because we haven't done the actual minigame based off of that yet, so we'll skip that one. We'll move on to this. Enter the pipe without taking damage. This is Mario 3. Oh hey, look, we're playing this Peach from Mario 2. Okay, that's interesting. Oh yeah, she's got the floaty jump as well. Nice. See, shit like this, I wish Nintendo would do this more often, to be honest. Again, it's kind of like a ROM hack, and I really like seeing that from Nintendo. Oh, fuck. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of this particular level with these spinny things. Spinny majigs. Spin! Ah! Sorry, my thumb slipped. I didn't press the jump button properly. See, I'm not holding the Y and B buttons. I hold X and A because Y and B doesn't work in this game. When I play older games like this, I prefer to use Y and B, but those two buttons do not work in conjunction with each other. So it's a little bit annoying. There's no option to change that, as far as I can tell. See, X and A doesn't feel natural to me because at the very tip of my fat thumb, I can feel the other two buttons over to the sides. And it's like I would rather just press those two buttons. Oh, hey, you can still do the P speed. I might as well just reset at that point because I'm going to get 1 star if I try finishing it now. But here we go. How's the volume, by the way, for this game? Is it too loud or too quiet or what? Because I can turn it up if it's too quiet. Oh. I'm trying to do this efficiently and I'm doing anything but. Oof. Volume's good? Alright. It's a little quiet at the moment, but I think that's because it keeps switching games. There we go. It was that one Koopa that kept getting me at the end there. I got 3 stars, that's fine. Okay, so here's an old NES game, Balloon Fight. Oh, I think I went past it there. Yep. Let's do some Balloon Fight. Come on. There. I think I mentioned this when I played the Wii U version of NES Remix last week, but did people know that Iwata was the director for this game? Satoru Iwata. I think he was the director, or he like programmed the game. It was like, yeah, either of those. But basically, he was like the main person responsible for this game, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I miss Iwata as well. He was like a really good person for the company. Oh yeah, did anyone hear that Reggie is leaving his position as part of the board of directors of GameStop soon? Like, not even fucking Reggie kicking ass and taking names, Fizame, can save GameStop. So yeah, I think once soon after like Reggie leaves, I think GameStop's just gonna go under. Like the whole thing with like the the stock prices going up, I think that was just like a completely unrelated thing that happened due to like Reddit trying to like beat hedge bettors and all that stuff. All that stuff that happened like several weeks ago. Like once that whole thing fully passes and like Reggie leaves, I think GameStop is gonna probably be dead within the next year. I don't think they're gonna last that much longer now. Like, they got a little bit of a shot in the arm because of, like, the PlayStation 5 and Series X coming out. But honestly, I think that company's at death's door at this point. I don't think they're going to be around for much longer. Pop tin balloons. I like this music. Mario 2, then Punch-Out. Pull up a vegetable with B. But yeah, Mario 2 is a really fun platformer. Oh shit. Oh, that's fine. I killed the other one over to the left there. Kinda sad whenever debates about the best 2D Mario come up that this game is usually just forgotten. Yeah. I mean, I would say Mario 3 and Mario World are better than this game, but this game is still like a really quality platformer. Oh. There we go. Is that 3 rainbow stars, or...? Nope, just 3 regular. Are you going to play the actual Punch-Out? See, here's the thing about Punch-Out. If I play that game, I cannot guarantee that I will fully beat it, and here's why. That's one of those games where it would greatly benefit you playing it on a CRT. I do not have a single CRT in this apartment, so it would be much harder for me to like beat the late game stuff, especially if I like attempt to fight Mike Tyson. That would be like next to impossible on an LCD. We'll do some more Mario 2 in a little bit. Let's go back to this Punch-Out. There's only 7 stages to this one, so we'll just do 1 for now. Press RB to get back up. I love Punch-Out on the Wii. Maybe I'll stream that, because that game takes into account the potential like delay of LCDs, since that's a more modern game. But I don't know if I'll stream the NES version because I can't really promise that I'm going to be able to, like, play the entire thing. Unless there's, like, some way to, like, get an emulator or something that, like, I don't know, buffers input or something so that it happens a bit earlier than it's supposed to. I don't know if that's even possible, but if there's some way to make Punch-Out a bit easier to play on LCD devices, maybe I'll check it out, but I can't really make that promise. Right, let's do some remixes now. I haven't even got Remix 2 yet, so we're still going through the first set of remixes. Complete a lap. Is this Excite Bike? Yep, this is Excite Bike. Oof. Did quite good there. Nice. I'm just looking at chat right now. I'm very surprised we're getting a Splatoon 3 before ARMS 2. I don't think ARMS 2 did that well for Nintendo, it seems like. Cadicarus. Cadicarus did fine, it sold 2 million copies. See, here's the thing with ARMS for me. Like, this is coming from somebody who bought the game day one and streamed it a bunch. I like the concept, but I feel like it doesn't have enough, like replayability going on. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, ARMS. So, ARMS sold 2 million copies. Sorry, did I say something else there? I had a brain fart when I read that. But here's the thing, I got a lot more out of Splatoon 1 than I did with ARMS. So I'm not sure if that's basically due to my tastes, personally. It might just be that. But it really... I don't want to say I hate ARMS, like I enjoyed my time with it, but if a sequel were to come out, I don't know if I would be on the bandwagon like buying that day one. But maybe I'll change my mind when it comes out. It depends on the timing of that game's release, if we do get a proverbial sequel. Right, so here's a Mario 3 remix. Enter the pipe on the speeding airship. Oh god, this is going fast. Gotta go fast. This reminds me of the airship you see on World 8, like near the end of the game. Where it just goes lightning fast. I mean, this isn't like super fast, but compared to how it's supposed to move. Also, I like the wind effects they're like adding in as well, that's kind of cute. Okay, so here's like a mishmash of different games being remixed in one. Alright, pick up Kirby. In hindsight, I should have gone for the smaller Kirby. Okay, this one has 6 lives that I've got on it, so I've got plenty of chances. Collect 6 coins. Once again, Peach and Mario 3, which is really fucking weird. Not only that, but they're using like the Mario 3 Peach sprite, I think. Defeat Boom Boom. Oh god. There we go. Yeah, that one was a little bit weird because of the lights moving. Save Mario from the clutches of Donkey Kong. Oh yeah, we saw this one. Where you play as Luigi instead. Again, stuff like this, it's kind of like a ROM hack sort of thing. Like, just replacing the Pauline sprite with, like, Mario. Yeah, Boom Boom's not a difficult boss. Like, if you get into the rhythm, you can, like, beat him within, like, 5 seconds. You know what? I'm just going to do the egg one, because I don't know if that's part of the main Kirby game, so we'll just check this one out. So I need to catch 20 eggs on this one. I'm not sure what's different about it. Oh god, the camera zooms in every time you swallow an egg. That's kind of disorienting. May I offer you an egg on these trying times? Oh, by the way, happy Easter, everyone. I forgot to mention that. It's Easter Sunday. I didn't really do anything for Easter, by the way. Oh, wait! Okay, that last couple is going to be hard because I won't see where the eggs are. Oof. See, I don't really bother with, like, Easter dinners or anything. I don't think Easter is that big of a deal over here in the UK, at least not in Scotland. But we do get, like, chocolate candy eggs and stuff like that. The only thing I do with Easter is wait until the day after Easter Sunday and see if I can find, like, discounted chocolate eggs. So I might do that tomorrow. Might just go to the supermarket and see if they've just got, like, discounted chocolate eggs. There we go. 9.6 seconds. Rainbow stars. Yeah, let's do one more remix. Defeat Birdo. So who am I using to defeat Birdo? Oh wait, this isn't Mario 2. It's a Mario thingy, Dr. Mario. Okay, I'm gonna call that a mulligan there because I wasn't ready. Shit. Could have probably used that there. Also, I think that Birdo graphic is from Wario's Woods. Like, we haven't even seen Wario's Woods yet, but Wario's Woods, I think, is an NES remix. Ah, shite. Come on, reds. Reds! Give me reds. My kingdom for a reds. There. Just give me reds and blues for day, but no... Give me, sorry, yellow. I'm not colorblind, I swear I'm just being stupid. Like, it's giving me yellow and blues for days, but no reds. Yeah, I'm gonna fail this. Nah. Ain't happening, Chief. Fucking RNG. So apparently the Birdo graphic is from Wario's Woods, according to Moo. Was Wario's Woods part of the NES games included with the thing, what's it called? The Game Boy thing? Shite! Sorry, I can't focus and speak at the same time. The Ambassador program, was Wario's Woods one of those NES games? Because it was like 10 NES games and 10 GBA games. I forgot what they were. It wasn't. There we go. Oh, thank you very much, Birdo. Yeah, so I kinda suck at Dr. Mario if it's not painfully obvious at this point. Fuck. The one time I didn't want to do that. Wow, this is hot. So yeah, Dr. Mario's a cool concept, I just really suck ass at it. Like, I'm better at Puyo Puyo or Tetris Attack than I am at this game, or Tetris. I hate it when they put the garbage blocks right on top of the one I'm trying to get. Alright, so far so good. No, I don't want to put that there. I don't trust myself with that. I was gonna like try and sneak that pill in there, into that one bit, but I don't think I can fit that in there. I don't think T-spinning is a thing in this game. Nope. I think I fucked up. So bad at this! Nah, that's not good enough. I don't care about the 3-star ranking, I just know that I fucked up at that point. Like, I try getting things going, and then Birdo throws garbage blocks that inconvenience me in just the right way. And it's like, I try to recover from it, but I can't. But! Nope, not accepting that. See, when I rotate it, I think it's going to rotate the other way, but it rotates the way that I don't want it to. Like, I think it rotates counterclockwise, but it rotates clockwise, for example. Get rid of that red real quick before... Oh, that's fine, the garbage block didn't land where I thought it was going to. Shit. Oh! Fuck! See, here's the thing. When the block touches the other viruses, it doesn't... Like, it seems to, like, lock on really quickly. Like, it doesn't give you, like, an extra second like in Tetris. So unless you're, like, absolutely on point, you're just going to accidentally lock it in the way you don't want to commit to. Oh, thanks. Thanks, Birdo. Yeah, you're gonna see a lot of restarts from me because I really suck at Dr. Mario. Like, I had this game on Game Boy growing up, and even back then I sucked at it. You'd think prior experience would help me, but not really. I'm useless at this puzzle game. Nope. God, I'm so bad at this. I'm really bad at it. Nah. Nah, she's way ahead of me. I'll give this a few more tries. We might have to come back to this one. I want to do a few more remixes. I guess combos would help as well to send garbage back to them, but the thing is, I'm not the kind of person who's good at, like, you know, planning out combos and stuff. Like, that's not the sort of thing I'm good at in this game. Like, that's kind of like 4D chess sort of stuff for me. Right, well, I've got 3 viruses left, and thankfully the garbage box didn't land there, so I think I'm good for now. Okay, thankfully that garbage block helps me. There we go. Now I'm just waiting for Red to show up. Red, I swear to God. Why is the RNG giving me so few Reds to work with? There we go. Finally. God, that took me forever to get through that. I didn't even get rainbow stars, fuck off. Whatever, I'm done with it, that's all that matters. I need to readjust on my chair now after that. Let's see, don't feel too bad, I'm horrible at puzzle games myself. I think Tetris has been the only game that I've kind of broke the mold with, and that's because Tetris is basic as fuck once you get used to it. So here's the thing, I grew up with Tetris as well, I had a Game Boy growing up, and I suck at that game as well. I suck at that game nowadays. I've never won a single match of Tetris 99. Like, the best I've done in Tetris 99 I think has come in, like, 3rd place or something. I've never actually won it. Like, the puzzle games that I am best at, I guess, is Puyo Puyo and Tetris Attack. Like, those are my favourite games. Like, Tetris Attack especially. That's, like, the game that I think I'm best at when it comes to puzzle games. Anything else, I am absolute garble at. Right, so what have we got here? We got another remix of this one, Mario 1. Oh, hey, it's this. Does the NES, does Ultimate NES Remix have this like game mode where you like play the entire game as this? Because I'm not sure if they include that here. I'm assuming they do. Because I know the original NES Remix has it, but I don't know if they took that out for this one. I love it when my jump input gets eaten up while trying to run over a gap. Also, Luigi has slippery physics in this one, it seems like. Did NES Remix 2 have the Japanese Mario 2, the Lost Levels? Because I think this is like the Lost Levels version of Luigi that we're playing as right now. because he jumps higher and slips about a bit. Oh, Jesus. Ay, ay, ay. I'm trying to do it efficiently, like, quickly, and I'm not. I'm gonna try something else. Luigi's physics are certainly not helping. I'll just do this. There we go. Not sure if I'm close to unlocking another NES game. Okay, we haven't seen this yet. I like the background, the realistic snow graphics. The most realistic snow graphics you'll ever see on an NES game. Oh, fuck. Nope. Rip. God, that noise is drilling into my skull right now. Shite. Nope. Oh, come on, I touched it. Yeah, that one part where you go up and down and up and down, it then, like, does the same thing, and it, like, throws me off, but I think I'll get it this time. Yeah, the engine noise, like, I've got my headphones on right now, and it's just, like, drilling into my skull at the moment. That's what it sounds like. Right, up, and then a stay up, and then down. Right, there we go. There we go. That was probably the hardest part of the entire challenge. God, how long does this go on for? No! As soon as I missed that, I knew I couldn't come back from that. Yeah, this is quite a lengthy one. Basically, it's an endurance. And there are no checkpoints. Okay, I barely made that. Like, you've got to be kidding me with that bullshit. No, this entire level is automated. I can't turn the turbo off. The turbo happens whether I like it or not. Like, I'm not holding the A or B buttons, like, it's just doing it by itself. The only control I have is up and down. There. Right, that's got to be the end, I think. There we go. Yeah, that one was a little bit tricky. Eventually got through it. Okay, well I finally got Remix 2. Let's see, Super Mario Bros. 3, Donkey Kong, Mario 3 again. Let's check out Kid Icarus since we just got that one. Collect 5 hearts by defeating enemies. So I think I've mentioned this before, Kid Icarus gives you a bad first impression because the first couple levels are a bitch and then it gets easier after that. Because you play the first couple levels, you get your ass handed to you and you think, oh god, the whole game's going to be like this, isn't it? But then after you get past the first dungeon, the next set of levels are like actually fairly like decent and not like impossible. Ugh. I forgot how slippery the controls can be in this game though. I should do a playthrough of this game at some point. It's a very short game, it only takes like 2 hours to get through it at most. I can't find any more hearts. Oh. Collect the harp, then gather 5 mallets. Oh. Sorry, I thought it was like collect hearts. I wasn't paying attention to the dialogue, the text box. Have you ever played the Game Boy one? I have not. See, I never played the NES version of Kid Icarus until the 3D Classics version came out. That was the first time I played it. And that was like, when did that come out? That was like 6 years ago or something? 7 years ago? I don't know. It's on the 3DS. I wonder if I have it. Maybe I bought it at some point and never played it. Yeah, I'm not really doing good at this. There. Watch out for that Grim Reaper. Is the Game Boy one any good? There we go, finally. I'm assuming the Game Boy one is like more of the same, but it's like a Game Boy version, kind of. Like, it's the worst of the 3 games, it's alright, it's fairly short. Defeat all of the enemies. Oh yeah, this is one of those endurance rooms. Yeah, I'm not very good at hitting these things. Oh. So I can't jump when I'm trying to aim upward. I have to, like, aim upward. I have to, like, jump and then aim afterwards. Like, your jump button does not work when you hold up. I'd love to see a new Kid Icarus game, but I wouldn't know when that would happen. Unless, like, Nintendo, like, outsources it to, like, a different studio or something. I don't think Sakurai would make a new Kid Icarus game. I think after he's done with Smash Brothers, he's gonna like pursue a new like project, whether it's like a Nintendo IP or like something else. You have to remember that Sakurai's company isn't strictly a Nintendo company; it's like his own independent company. So he could be working on like something for like the Xbox One, for example. I don't know. That could happen, or the PlayStation 5. Not Xbox One, sorry, Xbox Series X. I hate the current gen console names for the Xbox. They're stupid. Fall victim to the eggplant curse. Yeah, so this is this is a thing in this game. Reach the hospital where the curse is lifted. Oof. What's Sakurai's company called again? Sora? It's like Sora Inc. or something like that. It's funny how Sakurai formed that company to like contract like other developers or like... what would you call... Okay, there we go. Sorry, I need to pause to coherently formulate my sentences because I can't do that and play this game quickly at the same time. But yeah, it's funny how like Sakurai formed Sora Inc. to be like this little independent studio that's designed to basically be contracted to make video games for other companies, and yet literally all he has done ever since he's made that company is make games for Nintendo, because he's been contracted to make 2 Smash Brothers games and Kid Icarus Uprising. He hasn't really done anything else with Sora Inc. since he made that company. Yeah, I suck at this. Oh, come on. It's funny how people only know the Eggplant Wizard for the most part because of, like, the Captain N cartoon. Because the Captain N cartoon takes, like, various villains from, like, various Nintendo games and just, like, throws them all together. Oh, hey, we got Zelda 2. Nice. I've never really played Zelda 2, but I've heard this game is really difficult for first-time players. Like, if you have no idea what you're going to do, you're going to have a bad time with it, basically. I know Vinny streams this game like every single year during Thanksgiving, but I've never really seen more than like maybe like an hour or so of it at most. So like I can't really say. I've seen the AVGN episode where he reviews the game as well, but we'll check out a few levels of this. Leave the altar and set out for adventure. Captain N bastardized a lot of video game characters. Yeah, they really did. For some reason, King Hippo is blue in colour. Boop! I love that little noise that they make when, like, when Link gets hit, he just goes, whoop! Whoop! Oh yeah, the Darkman episode of AVGN, that was pretty good. I quite liked that. Collect enough experience to level up. I will say though, Zelda 2 going in this direction was kind of ambitious, I guess, because it was like very different for... Because at this point in the series, they only had Zelda 1, so they didn't have like a precedent to work off of, so they just went with, you know what, let's do something different for Zelda 2. And then I guess the critical reception wasn't as good as they wanted it to be, so they ended up making the third Zelda game going back to what the first game was like, but better. Zelda 3 being a Link to the Past on the SNES. But yeah, this is like the most RPG a Zelda game has ever been. Get the trophy. Okay. Oh, jeez. By the way, watch out if you play the original NES version of this game, that death screen is seizure-inducing. Like, I'm not even kidding, it just flashes all assortment. Blah, blah, can I get my words out? It just flashes a massive assortment of colours, like, rapidly. It's, like, really hard to look at. I'm not epileptic, but even I struggle to look at that effect. If you can even call it that. Get the palace key. I don't know which direction the key is in. I'm just guessing. For all I know, I could be going the wrong way, and yes, I am. Of course. Of course, if it's a 50-50 chance I end up picking the wrong one. That always happens to me on stream. I guess I can't jump up there. I'm guessing you can upgrade your jump, since I can't seem to reach it right now. Like, I can't reach the upper platforms. I've never played more than a couple minutes of this game, so I really can't really... I can't really talk much about how I feel about the game. But if I were to play the game, I would probably not enjoy it at first, because it's like... It's the sort of thing where you need to know things about the game before getting into it. So when you're fighting Iron Knuckle, it's a bit of a crapshoot because he can block up and down. So it's just kind of like a gamble whether or not you get the right, like, whether you pick the right attack. Got a bunch of Remix 2s. Yeah, Zelda is pretty close to an RPG in genre. It's just not technically a full RPG. But Zelda 2 has like much more going on, like the leveling up the experience system and upgrades and stuff. So that one feels more RPG-ish than most. Paper Zelda would be a cool idea. Sorry, I'm catching up with chat right now. I forget, did I already link that Paper Zelda thing on the stream before? Is that the one that looks like Origami King, but it's got like Zelda characters and like Morshu is in it? Is that the one you're talking about? Because I've seen that on YouTube. It's a fan-made video. Not sure if it has Morshu. Right, well, I saw one that had like Morshu in it. So I'm not sure if that's the one you're talking about. Look at all these NES games. I'm kind of curious about something. Let me go... I'm gonna try something here. Give me 1 second. What if I leave this screen down this way? No, the game doesn't let you leave. See, I was gonna try and go the other way to get to Birdo to see if I can bypass that, but no, the game knows. Let's do some more Kirb. Oof. Oh yeah, did anyone hear about that one Kirby 64 cheat that was finally discovered, like, about a week ago? where if you do a certain thing with like a different controller plugged in, you can get 100% save file on slot 3, I think, or slot 2. It was like something that was like very recently discovered. This is like a brand new thing that people actually found out about. I forgot the exact details of it. Like, I think save file 1 needs to be deleted, but save file 2 and 3 can be undeleted or something. I don't know. Sorry, I'm really bad at speaking right now. I'm trying to like formulate my sentences, but my brain's just turning to mush because I'm trying to focus playing Babby NES games at the same time. But yeah, Kirby 64, the Crystal Shards, there was like a cheat that was recently discovered where you can make one of the save files just like 100%, so it's got like all the stuff in it. All the levels, all the like mini games and stuff, like the unlockables. It's by a channel called 64 Bits. Does that sound familiar? No, it doesn't. Can't say that I know that name. Alright, Von Kaiser. Okay, so I pressed the start button there, thinking that was going to do the star punch. I think it's the select button that does that. Yeah, it's the select button. Okay, the Y button also acts as the select button. That's good. It's a little bit easier to reach the Y button. Right, let me check that video then. Hang on. I don't think I've seen this, actually. 1 second. Okay, well, I don't think I've seen this, but I guess I can show it. It looks good, based on this initial screenshot here, but yeah, this is a fan-made, like, Paper Zelda thing, made by 64 Bits. Oh, hang on. The volume's not on. Yeah, that looks really cool, that, for a fan-made thing. I'd love to see, like, a Paper Zelda game in this style. Nice little reference to Zelda 2 there. Oh hey, it's that thing from Minish Cap. I forgot what its name was. They're even referencing Breath of the Wild 2. Yeah, for a fan-made thing, this looks really fucking cool. Yep. If only that were real. I want to show you guys one more thing. Since we're on the subject of this, let's see Paper Morshu. I'll show you that thing that I was talking about. So this was posted 3 weeks ago. When everybody was still like doing like Morshu shit because Morshu RTX was a thing and Morshu got a resurgence. So yeah, check this out. So it looks like the new game Origami King. Also, I can't believe Paper Link is fucking dead. Wow, that was short. So yeah, that's a thing. Right, okay, let's do a little bit more of this. We'll do a couple more games, and then we'll move on to Mega Man for a bit, because I've almost been playing this for about 2.5 hours now. Let's see, what do I feel like doing? I'll save Remix 2 for next time. Maybe I should finish up Donkey Kong. I've only got 2 stages left, or 1 stage left. Yeah, let's finish up Donkey Kong. Whack a fireball with the hammer. Hammer! Oh, come on. Fire! Sorry, I love the sound bites that Charles Martinet provides for Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga. Thunder! Alright, well that's not happening. Emma! Thunder! Jumping over these things is hard because sometimes they like stop or move backwards. Or sometimes I just jump into them like an idiot. Oh, come on. What the fuck? Like, what is the sweet spot? Ugh. Try that again. Jump over a fireball. I would say this is probably the hardest challenge of this one, because I can't seem to figure out the exact time in which to jump over it. There, finally. Knock Donkey Kong off the top, so it's basically just the final stage in its entirety. There we go. Yeah, that was easier than, like, jumping over that one fireball. The easy strat was to just jump over a climbing fireball. I didn't know you could do that. Alright, cool. Right, well that's Donkey Kong finished now. Let's see if there's any other old NES games that I haven't quite finished yet that I think I'm close to finishing. Oh, I see you get like a different version of this song if you highlight this. Yeah, I guess we can finish some of these early NES games. Let's do Donkey Kong Jr. See if I can finish this up. Jump over 10 enemies. Fairly straightforward. Oh hey, there is the lost levels, right, cool. I'll save the lost levels for next time. I'm just gonna finish up Donkey Kong Jr. and maybe do like one more thing after that. There's only 7 stages for lost levels, interestingly enough. Get to the goal. Right, well I think that's 3 rainbow stars. I did that fairly quickly. Yep, 3 rainbow stars, excellent. Defeat the 3 enemies using fruits. Shite. Weird how the game just doesn't like disqualify you because there's only 3 fruits there. There we go. Right, well that's got to be 3 rainbow stars as well. Yep. Not bad. I think I'm close to unlocking another NES game, like maybe Golf or something. And then finally rescue Donkey Kong. Almost there, and done. I can't believe Mario is fucking dead. Again. Got some Remix 2 stages there. Don't know if I'll finish up Mario Brothers Arcade, but we can do a couple of these and... Oh god, there's still like 5 of these left. Actually, let's hold off on the older games. Let me do a bit of Super Mario Brothers. Again, we'll save lost levels for next time. Collect 35 coins. I'll do like 2 or 3 more Super Mario Brothers stages and then I'm gonna stop after that. Yeah, that one's fairly easy. And very easy to get 3 rainbow stars on that one as well. So yeah, I think you have to like mash the A button to actually bounce on this, so that's what I'm doing. Oh fuck. I'm not sure what the timing is, so I'm just mashing the button and hoping for the best. There. It's either mashing it or holding it down. I really don't know how that one works. Defeat a powerful enemy. I died, but it still counted. There we go. Metroid. We'll save that for next time as well. I'm gonna do one more Super Mario Bros. Stage. But yeah, it's fun to play this. Like, it's good to see like this variety of like different things on offer here. Even if I suck at most of these NES games. Right, so stage 11 of, what's that say, 23? Yeah, 23. I had to actually look at my 3DS to see what that number was. But the numbers are tiny on my screen. Collect the 1-up. You know, I'm surprised they didn't show you the circle around the invisible block that you have to hit. I don't know why, but when you mentioned that, it reminded me of something from Mario Maker. Remember how the original Mario Maker had all those dumb clips that happen randomly when Mario dies? Oh yeah, the different audio clips, that's right. That was like an Easter egg in the first Mario Maker. I don't think Mario Maker 2 does that, sadly. But yeah, every once in a while, like in a very rare occasion, when you die, it like plays like a different sound effect. Yeah, Mario falling down the stairs, that's a good one. There's one where it sounds like a bunch of stuff's getting knocked over, like a bunch of like metal cans or something getting knocked over. There's one where it sounds like Mario is like talking to another Mario or something like that, or like Peach is down there or something. It's kind of hard. I forgot what it was, but it was something like that. There was a lot of good ones in there, a lot of good Easter egg audios. I think there's a compilation of it on YouTube. One more. We'll make this the last one since I want to finish with Bowser. Oh, shite. Gonna move on to Mega Man Battle Network after this. But yeah, I'll be doing more Ultimate NES Remix later this week. This is definitely working much better than what I was trying to do last week. Part of the reason I'm messing up is because I'm trying to like do it as quickly as possible for the 3 stars, and obviously that's not panning out for me. So I'm trying to maximize my star output. Much to my detriment. Yeah! By the way, when I'm playing this, I'm not looking at my 3DS that I'm holding right now. Again, this is on the 3DS with a 3DS capture device. I'm just looking at the capture output on OBS, since the latency is pretty much non-existent between the two. If I play a game that uses both screens in conjunction with each other, then I might want to look at my 3DS. Like, for example, when I played Bowser's Inside Story, I had to see where, like, if stuff was, like, falling from the top screen to the bottom screen, I had to, like, look at my 3DS so I could... Why did I do that? I was thinking I could run under him, that didn't work. Ah! Again, trying to do this really quickly, and I'm doing anything but. Yeah, Bowser's hitbox is a little bit wide. A little bit wider than it looks. Fuck it. Just wait for that to move over. That one, honestly, is easier because the floating platform above isn't there to, like, get in my way. I still got rainbow stars, so that's good. Right, so I think we're going to stop here for now, and we'll do some more of this later this week, I guess. So we're going to go back to the title screen. Yeah, this was better playing the Ultimate version over the separate NES, the separate Wii U games. It means that we can get to some of the better stuff quicker, and there's like far more variety going on here, so we'll do some more Ultimate NES Remix in the next few days or so.